Y'all, I don't know why TikTok is getting on my nerves. Come on in, come on in. I'm gonna try to do this in 30 minutes. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Share this live with another amazing woman leader. Do me a favor and put a 1 in the comments if you can hear me clearly. Oh, I'm so sad. I don't know what TikTok problem is today. Come on in, come on in. Put a 1 in the comments if you can hear me clearly. Because, child, I might have to do this. Let me see. 1. Okay, good. Good deal. Share this live with another amazing woman leader. I'm so sad. TikTok is hating on me this morning. Real bad. But it's okay. It don't want me to tell y'all what the tea is, but I'm going to tell y'all anyway. I'm going to tell y'all anyway. So come on in, come on in. And let me send this out too. Oh, I'm so mad. But it'll be okay. Come on in, come on in, come on in. I hope that y'all are well. Come on in, come on in. I'm trying to send this out. Girl, yes, we back. I got it sad though. I'm like, what's going on? All right. So I'm gonna try to give y'all this in this time frame because I gotta go. But I want to give y'all this. Okay. All right. For those who are joining, my name is Elle Antoinette. I'm a feminine leadership strategist. And today I'm going to be talking specifically about why there are some women who command rooms and why there are women who get overlooked in these same type of rooms. There is a difference. It is the science of feminine influence. Welcome to Feminine Science 101. We're going to be breaking it down for you today. I'm not going to be on here very long, so do me a favor and share this with another amazing woman leader, because yeah, I don't know if this is going up on YouTube or not. I haven't really decided. It depends on if it keeps giving me a issue. Okay. So come on in, come on in, come on in. The first thing I need you to understand and know, there are two types of women that enter into every single room. Okay. Women who people automatically respect, women who get admired, women who get pursued, and then there are women who go unnoticed. No matter how much they try, you know what the difference is? The difference is it's not that it's luck. It's not that it's looks. It's literally science. Okay, it's literally science. So today, I'm gonna break down the science of feminine influence. Why some women effortlessly attract attention, opportunities, money, devotion, while others struggle to be seen, valued, and heard. Okay, it's not about being the loudest, it's not about being the prettiest, it's not about being the smartest, despite what people think. It's actually about how your nervous system, hey, my love, it's actually about how your nervous system and your energy presents, or your presence communicate who you are before you even open your mouth. Thank you, my love, for these likes and these gifts. Drop some purple hearts in the comments for me to let me know that you're with me today. And I want you to stay with me today because towards the end, you're going to know exactly why you may have been being overlooked. Okay? Because it's really, really important. Happy Friday. Happy Feminine Friday. All right. So let's go ahead and get into the neuroscience of influence, feminine influence, why presence is a biological response. Okay. Thank you for these beautiful purple hearts. Your nervous system speaks before you do. People respond to your energy before they even process your words. Okay. Here's what a lot of women don't realize. And I'm not going to be on here long. So that's why I'm going to break this down real clear before I get off here. Here's what a lot of women don't realize. Number one, if your nervous system is dysregulated, you're going to emit energy of uncertainty, fear, and self doubt. And people subconsciously are going to overlook you. And you do this in certain ways by maybe fidgeting with your clothes or doing different things like that. Energetically, you're sending signals that you're not comfortable. Energetically, you're sending signals that you are afraid for someone to really look at you. You actually draw more attention to your insecurities because you're not paying attention to yourself. Okay. And that's something that's very important and extremely, extremely vital. All right. If you are an overthinker, if you second guess, if you try too hard, if your energy reads as, insecure or non-magnetic, you'll continue to be overlooked. That's just the way that this goes. If you're too in your head about how you're going to be perceived by people, people are going to sense your hesitation about yourself. Therefore, they're not going to trust your presence. Okay. And what I was talking about before I left is like, even when you walk into stores, there are women who get upset when the person in the store doesn't acknowledge them. Right. It's not that the person isn't in the store isn't acknowledging you. What's actually happening is that your energy and the energetics about you does not command someone to come into your space. Okay. Walking up to someone or being like, I'm going to leave because y'all didn't speak to me is not really going to do anything for them. Your presence can command the type of attention that you truly desire. Hi. Okay. And welcome. So it's really, really important for you to understand the difference between your nervous system being regulated and unregulated. So when it's regulated, you enter a room, people instinctively, they feel your confidence and they literally feel your authority when you walk into a room. That's when your nervous system is regulated. When you walk into a room and your nervous system is regulated, you communicate self-trust, certainty, and a powerful presence without even having to force it. You don't have to come in and be like, hey, y'all don't see me. You walk into a room, you lock eyes with someone, you smile to provide warmth, and they walk up to you. It is literally that simple. It is literally that simple, but that's you understanding your energetics. That's you understanding that you look good, you feel good, and all of these things are radiating from you. It's very, very important. Okay. Here's the reality check. Before I get into the reality check, what you have to understand is that people naturally gravitate towards you when your nervous system is regulated. I don't care if it's men, I don't care if it's clients, I don't care if it's opportunity and money too. All these things will follow you when your nervous system is regulated. Okay. The reality check is your presence ain't got nothing to do with what you say. It has everything to do with what your nervous system broadcasts. Your nervous system is telling on you. So let's talk about the silent attraction blueprint, why some women command respect without even having to say a word. Magnetic women don't work for attention. They allow it to come to them. This is how it works. Okay. Magnetic women move slower. They're not in a rush to prove themselves. They take up space with ease. They don't shrink. They don't fidget with their clothing or seek approval. They communicate with certainty. Their posture, their energy, their expression just it screams, I belong here, without them even having to open their mouth. It just screams, I belong here. That's how scammers get away with stuff. They have the confidence and the energy to walk into a room with the audacity, like, I belong here. And that's why they be taking your money like that. I'm not even being funny when I say that. I'm so for real. That's how scammers are able to continue to be active. It's because they walk into the room with the energy. The perfect example of that, please go and watch the TV series on Netflix. I think it's about Anna Delvey. Just type in Anna. Baby, Anna had them folks thinking she had money. She was hanging out with the rich. She had the rich paying her bills. Baby, she had them folks. She was taking, she wasn't getting no little money. Oh, I just need you to give me like 40,000 so I can do this. Yeah, we can take care of it later on. Baby, she was getting the money out these folks and didn't have no money. She didn't even belong in the room. And here you are, a person who actually belongs in the room, and you don't feel comfortable because you feel like you don't have money. But you have creative and witty inventions in your very being, according to Proverbs 8 and 12. And you also says that you have gifts that will make room for you, but you won't tap into those things. You're too busy tapping into uncertainty, fear, trying to prove yourself. And this is why men, clients, opportunities, and money doesn't flow your way. That's why you're overlooked. That's why you're overlooked. Okay. So let's talk about what makes a woman unnoticeable. Her high energy nervousness, over explaining, people pleasing, trying to be likable, over functioning, doing too much. Instead of being simply seen or just being magnetic, you're doing so much, you're trying to be seen. Okay. Energetic over talking, meaning you're trying to convince people of your value instead of embodying value. This is for those who like to yell, I know my worth, I know my value. If you know these things, you don't have to say it. You act like it. When you know these things, you don't have to say it. You don't have to say, I know my worth, I'm walking away from you. You simply walk away. Because what we doing? Because what we doing right now? Seriously, what are we doing? What do you mean? Why do you need to announce? I'm about to block you. Why do we need announcements? Get to it. Get to it. If you're really about that, thank you, my love, for these gifts and these likes. Not in your driveway. Get to it. Get to it. Get to what you say you're going to do. Next time you do this, I'm going to be done. Why you need to tell them you leaving after you already gave them a warning that the next time they did this, you were going to be done? You need to be done, sweetie. That's why nobody takes you serious, because you're not really about that action. You like to talk. And us as women, we love to hear ourselves talk about a bunch of nothing. Things that we know we ain't finna do. See, we have to stop playing these games if this is the things that we say that we want. Magnetic women do not convince. They exist. You understand what I'm telling you? They exist in a way that attracts. That's what it is. So let's get into magnetism versus force. The difference between effortless attraction and trying too hard. And this can be applied in life, in business, and relationships across the board. Everything I teach you really can implement across the board, because the reason why I do this is because how you normally do one thing is normally how you do all things. Truthfully. The woman who does not negotiate her salary at her job does not negotiate terms in a relationship. And I don't care what you say. I don't care what you say. When they first offer you that salary and you take it, and you don't question it, and you don't ask if there's more money on the table, you're not going to convince me that you're having conversations with men about what you really want. You're lying. Because how you do one thing is usually how you do all things, which is why you can apply what I'm telling you to life, business, and relationships. Okay? Thank you for these likes and these gifts. If you have to force something, you're repelling it. That's the true thing I need you to understand. Number one, forced energy looks like the following: over explaining yourself to gain control. You keep talking so you can get control over the scenario. You want a perfect example of what that looked like? Y'all remember that Housewives? I don't want to stay there like that because it's real disrespectful. Don't do that. You know that meeting that they had in the White House where they was in there arguing and they let us all in the business. I was going to call them the Housewives of DC. But you saw how they all let us in that argument? And do you see how, as the man from Ukraine was trying to talk, and they were trying to over explain and over talk him to, not necessarily, but to gain approval of the American people, to shut him up when he said, y'all gonna feel something. Did y'all catch that? That's forced energy. That's what a lot of women try to do. They force themselves, force over explaining to gain approval or to gain control. Okay. Feeling like you need to prove your worth and to be respected is another one of force energy, another form of force energy. Another form of force energy is trying to get people to like, choose, or notice you. See, a lot of people don't like that one, but let me go ahead and bring it back to you. See, when you have the energy that commands, you don't have to try to be noticed. Okay? Trying to get people to like you, choose you, or notice you is forced energy, whether you want to accept that or not. This is what magnetic energy looks like. Magnetic energy is knowing your presence alone is enough. Okay? Because your presence and being that room is so valuable. And everyone in that room understands the value of you being in that room. Okay? That's magnetism. Magnetic energy also looks like moving with certainty, not from the frequency of desperation. Because who does that? A desperate person is a dangerous person. A desperate person is a dangerous person. A desperate person is a dangerous person. I want you to think about the time you were at the lowest of the lowest of the lowest of the low. When you are in the frequency of desperation, you'll do some dangerous things when you get desperate. Let everything shut down and you don't have no money. You can't get to where you need. Ask the people who live in poverty why they robbing. They robbing because they operating from a frequency of desperation. Thank you, my love, for these gifts and these likes. That's why they robbing. They feel like that's all they have to do. A desperate person is a dangerous person. A desperate woman will settle for a man who mistreats her and dishonors her just to have presence because she doesn't respect and honor her own. You understand what I'm saying? So understand there's a big difference between forced energy and magnetic energy. Magnetic energy, okay, is creating an energy field where people feel compelled to come to you. You see what I'm saying? Magnetism is when people feel compelled to come to you. Okay? Here's the real truth of the matter, and a lot of women don't like to have this conversation, but the women who struggle in love and business are the ones trying to convince people to see their value. Ooh, say la. Selah means to pause and think on that according to scripture. So Selah on that. The women who struggle in love and business are the ones trying to convince people to see their value. Selah on that. Okay? Let that sit and sizzle in your spirit for a second. And it's gonna sting, then you're gonna see it. And and that's the thing. When we cut ourselves, when you put that little alcohol on, or you put it stings at first. It stings before it heals. Okay? And so I need you to let it sting so you can actually heal that. Because again, the women who struggle in love and business are the ones trying to convince people to see their value. The women who thrive in love and business are the ones who know their value and move accordingly. Ding, 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 ding. Keyword convince and know. Convince versus know. Two different things. If you constantly feel overlooked, ignored, and undervalued, it's not about how you look, baby. I know that's what they're trying to tell you. It's not about how you look, sweets. It's about the energy you lead with. That's your truth. That's your truth. Okay? Hi, my love. Welcome to Feminine Science 101. I teach it on Fridays. Welcome. I'm glad that you're here. Okay? Here's what's happening underneath everything. So I need you to know. Hey, my love. Thank you for these gifts and these likes. Here's what's happening if you're constantly being overlooked and undervalued. You're subconsciously, you've been programmed to blend in instead of stand out. So you're comfortable with shrinking. Your body carries the energy of past rejection and abandonment. That is why you are overlooked, ignored, and undervalued. And you also assume that people won't value you, so they don't. You are here saying, I can't trust people, and wondering why you keep running into people you can't trust. It makes a whole lot of sense to me. Why does it not make sense to you? Your life reflects the energy of who you are, darling. Every single time. All you have to do is look in the mirror and face you. Real simple, real easy. Okay? If you have to force it, it's not magnetism, it's desperation. If you have to force it, it's not magnetism, it's desperation. If you have to force it, it is not magnetism, it is desperation. And I don't care what it is. If you got to force a client to buy in, that's desperation. You have to force a man to be with you, that's desperate. If you have to force a job to value you, you're desperate for that job. I don't care what you say. Your energy tells on you, and who you are and how you do one thing is normally how you do all things. So if you're desperate for that job, I know you're desperate for that man. And it's all because you don't understand your energy. And it's all because you don't understand the power of your influence. And it's because you are disconnected from your core. Okay? And it is crippling you. Part 4 of this, the unseen block. Why some women remain invisible no matter what they do. Number 1, okay, let's go ahead and get straight into, well, let me say this. Let me tell you how to fix it. Okay? Let's tell you how to fix it. Start commanding space instead of shrinking in it. Drop the energy of seeking validation and start embodying self-certainty. Okay? Walk into every single room as if the people already are drawn to you. I promise you it works. I ain't been doing what I've been doing as long as I've been doing it. It don't work, sweetie. But It's the energetics. Y'all want people to see the external when you don't want to do the internal work. The internal work is required for the external elevation, okay? That you are craving so much. It comes from you doing the work within yourself. When you believe that every single person or people in that room are going to be drawn to you, they're going to be drawn to you because that's the energy you give off. So, number one, start moving slow, start moving with intentional. Magnetic women are not in a rush, they don't seek permission to exist. Speak less, okay? And hold more presence. You don't have to respond to everything. You just don't. Before you speak, let people feel you first. I teach this specifically to my clients. You are to activate the senses before you speak as a woman. You should be activating their eyes. You should be activating what they feel. You should be activating their nose. You should be activating all of these things before you even before they hear you. Them hearing you should be the last thing that happens. Y'all talk too much. Y'all talk too much, and you talk yourself into scenarios where you get yourself hurt because you talk too much. Speak less and hold more presence. Okay? Stop trying to convince people and let people come to you. Stop trying to be seen. Attraction is a pull, it's not a push. Attraction is a pull, it's not a push. Let the energy do the work for you. But if you don't do your energy work, your energy is going to work against you, or against at least what you claim that you want. More clients, better dating experiences, a higher paying position, all of these things. When you master your energy, people don't just notice you, they remember you. Okay? They remember you. They remember you. And that's something that's extremely important. And we really need to get into the space of that. So let me run this back for you real quick. If you are being overlooked, if you are being not heard, not valued, not seen, there is a disruption in the nervous system. There's a disruption in your energy. This is why people are treating you like this, because you yourself are holding the energy that reflects that people should treat you this way and that they should handle you this way. But it does not have to be. It does not have to be. Okay? If you don't know how to go from forcing things into more of a magnetic space, then I have something to be able to help you. I got two things. Okay? If this is a struggle for you in dating, my first recommendation for you is going to be to sign up for the Intuitive Dating 30-day challenge that I have. Okay? So if this is about the aspect of, you know, you can't recognize the safety of your nervous system, if you know that you don't discern well in relationships, if you know these things about yourself and you continue to repeat patterns, then you need to intuitively really do some real work. Okay? So let's talk about what actually happens in that space. And the only reason I am hosting this challenge from March 12th to April 12th, and for women who are actively dating, is because of the response I got with the Love and the Nervous System Masterclass. The Love and the Nervous System Masterclass was an extremely powerful class that I had, where I taught women who had anxious attachment style, women who have avoidant attachment style, women who have hyper independent issues. I taught them basically how to regulate their nervous system and get themselves together so that they can be a safe experience, so they can attract safety as well. Okay? Because a lot of us don't really understand the whole thing when it comes down to the nervous system. People just say, if your nervous system is safe, but they're not telling you how to regulate your nervous system. Listen, if you have not upgraded the programming from your nervous system from when you were a child, you are still running down on it up and down. If you had a chaotic childhood and love looked chaotic, you still running on that program unless you've done your inner work. And I don't care how much shadow work you do, you haven't gotten it together unless you've regulated your nervous system. I don't care how many times you write it down. I really don't. It's not going to work. Let me read you a testimonial from the masterclass that just took place. Okay, so one particular young lady had written. She said that the masterclass. She said the masterclass was so pure, it was so raw, and it was so real and deeply transformative. Okay. She also said, after listening to your live, I knew I needed to purchase the masterclass because I was struggling with anxiety in my relationship. She said, constantly feeling unsettled, overanalyzing everything. But today I made a conscious shift. I'm choosing to be fully confident and aware of my anxiousness, that I'm fully choosing to be fully confident. And I'm aware now that my anxiousness was rooted in fear. Because I'm going to tell you where your anxious attachment style comes from in that class. I'm going to tell you where your avoidant attachment style comes. And I'm going to tell you how to be done with it. And this is coming from someone who used to be anxiously attached. Anxiously attached. I got you, baby. I'm coming. I'm going to give you all that information. Give me 1 second. But the class is 150. But if you get the class, you get enrolled into the challenge. What the challenge is the 30 days. Okay. So she said, let me finish this real quick. I'm sorry. She said, now instead of operating in lack or operating in fear, I'm anchoring myself in truth, that love is abundant, that I am love, and I don't have to chase and controlling. And this is what she said. Just resting in this belief has changed everything for me in a short period of time. Now, I just had this class, literally just had this class. I think what, on the 27th, last week? She said, just resting in this has changed everything. The biggest confirmation, my partner has naturally become more giving, present, and attentive. Not because I pushed for it, but because I stepped into receptivity mode. This shift is showing me that love flows effortlessly when I do. Love and money sit on the same frequency. And if you don't understand that, go back and watch my YouTube video where I talk about that, because I break that down. Okay. How not get the course for you to know how to not to be manipulated. Nobody can manipulate you but yourself. See, that's what I teach you. Nobody can play you without your permission, your participation, or the fact that you simply are not paying attention. And what you have to do is get in line where you fit in line so you can fix the problem. Okay. And that masterclass is going to support you in being able to do that. But let's go ahead and get into what this actual challenge is going to look like for 30 days and why it's important for women who are out here dating. Because if you're going to be out here dating, right, which it's a crazy time for you to be out here, I'm gonna be honest with you, but if you're choosing to be out here and you're choosing to date, what I'm going to tell you is that you're going to need discernment. Okay. If you are not good at discerning, then you need to keep it real with yourself and get in community where you can learn. Because let me tell you something, the savages are out. All right. I'm typing something in so I can pull this up. The savages are out. And this is why men are out here asking women to come live with them. Can they come live with them and all this stuff? And women are not discerning and saying that these people can come and live with you. And that is absolutely nuts. We have got to stop doing that. Okay. We are not doing that. So here's the thing. This is what can shift for you in the next 30 days. Okay. By joining this challenge. The challenge is 147. Okay. You're going to learn daily shifts on how to rewire and how you approach dating so you can stop repeating the same patterns. I'm going to teach you my ultimate vetting formula. I only give this to people I work with directly. Okay. It's very important. Let me tell you something. If you want to know how long it takes for you to realize what type of time a man is on. You can know in 2 weeks. You can know exactly in 2 weeks what type of time he on. And you can know in 30 days what type of time that you're going to be on. Okay. The key thing is though, you being able to hold yourself, you being able to control yourself, you being able to be centered enough to be able to pay attention so you don't miss it. Okay. This is what we're not going to learn in this class. I'm not teaching you dating trips or manipulation. I'm not teaching you how to waste another month guessing if somebody really fooled with you or not. I'm not teaching you how to settle for potential. What I'm teaching you is the vetting formula. What I'm teaching you is how to date from your nervous system. What I'm teaching you is it's a proven system to get rid of time wasters. So the thing is, if you don't like people wasting your time, this is going to be the perfect atmosphere for you. We're going to have a private Telegram group where we're going to discuss these things. I'm going to give you a little bit of game on when it comes down to how this can work in 30 days and why it's extremely simple. Okay. So let me pull up the steps. Here we go. There we go. So, hey, lovey. Shalom. So, if I'm keeping it real with you, it should take you 30 days to know what time it is with a man. You should not be going past 30 days. But see, a lot of y'all can't, and I'm be honest with you, you ain't gonna like what I say, but a lot of y'all don't know how to hold y'all cat. And that's your problem. You don't know how to hold your cat because you're operating from a space of desperation. You really need to operate from the frequency and from the spiritual fruit of self-control. Seriously, it's the reason why self-control is a fruit of the spirit. Hey, my love, so you're able to actually see. Okay. So number one, week one, All you got to do is operate from a space of clarity and feminine position. Thank you, my love. Week 2, you're operating from strategic vetting and conversational shifts. I even give you questions to ask to figure out. I give you 4 questions that you can ask any man. And I promise you, you're going to know what time it is. Every time. You're going to know what time it is because patterns do not lie. They don't lie. Week 3, you'll be able to identify patterns and you'll be able to know the level of investment this man is at with you. And week 4, you'll be ready to make your decision. You're week 4. See, y'all be giving these folks months. We've been talking for 6 months. Child, you would know in 2 weeks. If you was, let me tell you something. My friends will tell you. I'm the friend that my friends come to and be like, girl, I got this guy. This was going on. Baby, you going to know in 2 weeks what's up with him. If you around me, it don't take long. It's that y'all not paying attention and you don't really know what to do. And it's okay that you haven't been taught how to discern. You understand what I'm saying? But now is the time for you to get in the active space of discernment, because there are 2 types of people coming into your life: people who are part of your destiny and people who are here to distract you. And if you don't have discernment, you're not going to be able to tell who is who. And no, this is the only time I'm running this challenge. And I'm only doing this, right? I'm only doing this because women who have resources and women who are out here getting it, y'all need to protect yourselves, and y'all not protecting yourselves in the area of dating because you don't know what to do. You don't know what to do. It's only the only reason you got piss in your dating pool is because you pissing in it. Let's talk about it. It's piss in your dating pool because you pissed in it. It's your pool. Ain't no piss in my pool, beloved. We swim nice over here and clean water. Okay? And you can too, but you're going to have to clean your pool. So if you are interested in the challenge, which is going to be 30 days, it is going to have a Telegram group. We will be communicating in there, and you'll be getting information. You'll be getting tips, as well as you're going to get a PDF with the questions you need to ask. So let me break down what's going to be in this PDF real quick, and then I got to go, y'all, for real. But I had to come and give y'all this, okay? So section 1 is the foundation, knowing what you want. So the first thing is we're going to get a clarity list, because a lot of y'all don't know the difference between what y'all want. Some of y'all want attention. Some of y'all want to be knocked down. Some of y'all want friendships. Some of y'all want relationships. And some of y'all want marriage. And a lot of you don't know the difference. And you need to be honest and tell yourself the truth about where you are. Because if you tell yourself about the truth of where you are, you can't get surprised with the results that you get. Okay? Just being really, really honest. So that's the first section that you're going to get. The second section goes into the art of strategic conversation. Y'all are too enamored by these people that y'all talking to. Y'all worrying about if this person like you. It ain't about if they like you. Do you understand that? It ain't about if that man like you. It ain't about if that, do you like them? It ain't about if that client like, do you like them? And you're not assessing them enough to see if you even like them because you worried about if they like you. I wish I cared. When I meet a man, babe, I don't care if he likes me. I like me. And there are a lot of other people who like me. But most importantly, I like me. And the question becomes, when I am with you, do I still like me? That's the reality. When I am with you, do I still feel like an elevated version of me? Do I still feel good about me? Do I still love me? Am I still wanting a better me? Am I still wanting this stuff? Y'all out here asking these, worrying about, girl, I don't know if he like me. Shit. Don't piss me off with that, please. Please don't piss me off with that. Please. I'm just trying to understand how y'all keep getting tricked by them when we are the ones. Eve seduced Adam. Y'all missed that part? Esther seduced the king. Y'all missed that part? Did you miss that? How y'all letting these folks get y'all in 2025? Ain't no way. Ain't no way. The link is in the bio. If you click the link in the bio and you get the love and magnetism class, you automatically are going to be, if you get it today, you're automatically going to be enrolled in the 30-day intuitive dating challenge. And this is for people, women who are actively out here dating for real. If you're going to do it with discernment. Do it with discernment, because y'all not discerning. So section 2 is the art of strategic conversation. Here are the things that's in there. How to avoid over talking and keep the person invested. The 4 vetting questions to reveal his intentions. Okay. Observing his engagement. These are the things that I'm teaching you in this PDF. You really gonna get all of it. The 3rd section, identifying his energy and intentions early. How to read a man's action, not just his words. Is he future pacing or breadcrumbing? You'll be able to tell the difference. Section 4, which is extremely the most important one, self-preservation and emotional intelligence. I be telling y'all to hold y'all cat. I don't understand why you can't hold your cat. Well, I do, because you lack self-control, which is the fruit of the spirit. And you really need to get rooted in the Most High so you can get that. Because you don't need to just have self-control in the area of smacks. You need to have self-control in general. Because if you lack self-control, people will always control you, which is why you are always acting out when somebody do something to you, because you have no control over self. Okay. And the women who rule, the women who command, the women who get the things that they want, those women have self-control. Those women can say no. Everything is spiritual first. You better tell them, sis, everything. Everything. Okay. Very important and very vital. Section 4, self-preservation and emotional intelligence. How to stay detached and be feminine. All of these are self-guided, but you will have me in the Telegram group. So you'll be able to ask questions. We're going to be doing this for 30 days. How to stay detached without, but be feminine. When to cut off without guilt. What to do if you're confused. Bonus section, feminine power and boundaries. Scripts for feminine boundaries. How to reject without over-explaining. One of my favorite things to do. How to let a man know you require more without sounding demanding. One of my specialties. Okay. Affirmations for magnetic dating. How to stay in your power throughout the dating process. Okay. These are all the things that I'm going to teach you, and you're going to, in that PDF, and you're going to get when you sign up for this specific challenge. I am only running it for 30 days. I'm only doing it right now. Okay. It's going to be from March 12th to April 12th. This is for women who are serious. Okay. So like I said, week 1, when you're dealing with men, you got clarity and feminine positioning. That's all it's about. Week 2, strategic vetting and conversation shifts. Week 3, identifying patterns and levels of investment. Week 4, final challenge and testing and decision making. You're going to know exactly what you need to do. You know exactly what you're doing. You're going to know what you're doing in 2 weeks. If you want to be done in 2 weeks, you'll be done. You don't have time to waste. So stop wasting time out here with people who really are not interested in you for real. Because people who are interested in you are going to show you. In the word of the year is community. If y'all keep connecting yourself with these people who cause you chaos, you're going to be in shambles. Don't do it. I'm trying to tell you something. Don't do it. Click the link in the bio and sign up. Get the class, the Love and Magnetism class, because you need to watch that first. And then you'll be right now, if you get it today, you're going to be automatically be enrolled in the challenge. If you don't want the masterclass, cool. If you just want the challenge, it was $147. So you can get the class, which is $150, and you get the challenge included in that, or you can get the challenge itself for $147. It is literally up to you. But do your work. Because I'm tired of seeing y'all and these men comments talking about they homeless and y'all settling for things that are beneath you because you don't know that you are a daughter of the Most High. You are settling for things that are beneath you because you don't understand you have a godlike nature, godlike character, and you have dominion. You have your own slice of the pie. Why are you shrinking? Why are you being small? Because you don't recognize that the kingdom of heaven is within you. That's why. Ain't no piss in the dating pool. It's piss in your pool. Clean it up. Clean it up. That's why, so bottom line, that's why some women command respect and command everything that they want without having to say a word, while there are some other women who continue to be overlooked, undervalued, and not seen. That's the difference. I just broke it down for you. I don't really have time to take questions today, y'all. And I'm sad, I'm sorry. So I am going to go ahead and put this on YouTube so you can go drop your questions in my YouTube box. When this plays, it's probably going to play again first thing in the morning. All right. For those who are joining the challenge, click the link in the bio. I'm super excited. You're going to get your Telegram link this weekend. You're going to get your email welcoming you to the community today. You're going to get your pre-work today, because there's pre-work that you need to do before we get started. If you turn around and you get the class, you get the workbook included. so you can get away from your attachment style. If it's anxious, if it's avoidant, if it's hyper independent. I used to be anxious, avoidant, and hyper independent. I am now completely secure. I date how I want. I get what I want. Yes, I'm divorced. I'm 41. People like say, oh, you hit a wall, baby. I ain't hit no wall. Your daddy and your uncle and your brother like it too. I promise I'm not having no kind of issues in those areas at all. But it's because I know what I want. I know who I am. I know whose I am. And I don't have a problem walking. I will walk, baby. I will walk. I'm a leaver. You understand what I'm telling you? I'm a leaver, baby. I'm not a ride or die. I don't stick. The minute I see something that's going to cause me a problem longevity wise, baby, I'm going to be out. And the men know this about me too. I don't play that. So if you want in, click the link in the bio. Make sure you get the Love and Magnetism course. Okay. You're going to get the email with the course, and then you're going to get the email for the challenge. If you just want the challenge, then I need you to DM me specifically and say challenge, and I will send you a link for the challenge. The challenge by itself is $147. If you get the course, which is $150, you get the challenge as well as the course. So I don't want to hear nothing else about, I don't know why these people keep coming. I'm not discerning. And I'm not doing this challenge again. So if you don't get in now, I don't know what to tell you. Because truthfully, we got 30 minutes. We got 30 minutes. Okay. And when I say we got 30 minutes, remember I told y'all in January we got 3 to 6 months. We have 2 to 4 now before we really start feeling something. So if you're gonna be out here dating, it needs to make sense. It needs to be men who add value to you, men that y'all are, it's a valuable experience. It's a rich experience dealing with each other. Because otherwise, what you doing it for? Wasting your time, operating in desperation, allowing men to sift in your energy and drain you. And that is disgusting, because you're going to have to face the Most High about why you didn't do your assignment. And you're going to blame that man when you get upstairs? It's crazy. Do your work, discern properly, and choose well. Okay? Choose well for yourself. And the most important thing throughout this entire process is never lose the plot on you. And I mean, never lose the plot on you. Never drop your spiritual health, your mental health, your emotional health, nor your physical health. I don't care if you get married. I don't care none of that. You don't do none of that in the name of motherhood, marriage, relationships, none of that. You don't lose the plot on you. The problem is women lose the plot on themselves, and then they want to get mad and say, I did all this for you. No, you did all this to yourself. Don't you dare lose the plot on you and blame somebody else. Okay? You always make sure that you are top priority, which is why one of the sections is called self-preservation and emotional intelligence. Get into it. That's your responsibility. Yours. We ain't blaming them. This you. Okay? Thank you, my love, for these gifts and these likes. Congratulations to those who will be joining me in the challenge, who have purchased the course. I'm super excited. We're going to be getting started on March the 12th. It's going to be March the 12th through April the 12th. And I can't wait to see the results. This is something, and I've done this with my friends for a long time. And so I was like, I'm going to share. So when I send it to my friends, I was like, I think I'm going to host a challenge for my community and those who are interested. My friends was like, oh my God, yes, this is all the stuff you taught us. And it works. So it only works if you work. So if you ain't doing no work, it ain't going to work. Okay. But if you want that external to be better, we've got to do the work on that internal. Yes. Self-preservation is key. My grandmother, rest her baby. That's what she used to say, baby. Self-preservation. She didn't play that. She always self-preservation, baby. You understand what I'm telling you? And the Most High tells you anyway to love your neighbor as you love yourself. And it's giving self-preservation, baby girl. You ain't loving nobody if you ain't loving yourself. That's what you better know. Okay? You can catch this on YouTube. Make sure you share with another amazing friend. Like I said, the challenge is going to start on March the 12th. If you are interested, click the link in the bio and grab Love and the Magnetism. Love you more. Thank you, sis. So thankful. Love and the magnet, love and the nervous system. Grab that, and then you're automatically going to be enrolled in the 30-day challenge. If you just want the 30-day challenge by itself, you can DM me. I can send you a link so you can pay $147 for the challenge. Okay. I'm sorry I can't answer no questions, but I gotta go have brunch with my friend because I'm only a couple of days left where I am right now before I go back to my next assignment. So I really, really appreciate y'all. Leave your questions on my YouTube channel, and I'll do my best to go over there and answer them when this video comes through. Okay. Y'all have an amazing, amazing day. Thank you so much. Happy Feminine Friday. And it is my prayer that something was said here that really edified you, made you to think, and convict you into real action. Because you ain't got time to play no more. Because like I said, you only have 30 minutes. You better recognize where you live. You better recognize what's happening around you. You better build community because you only have 30 minutes. 2 to 4 months. 2 to 4 months, we're going to start feeling some things. By January, don't even get me started by the time January 2026 roll around. I'm telling you now. And if you've been on my live before and you work with me and I've been telling you things that have been coming to me from the Holy Spirit and y'all have seen these things happen and these things get active. It's not a joke and it's not a game. If you're going to be out here dating, you better be wise. It tells you in Proverbs 13 and 20, walk with the wise, so you should be wise. But if you keep a company of fools, baby, it's going to get real foolish. It's going to get real foolish, and I don't want that for you, okay? Y'all have an amazing, amazing weekend. Peace, y'all. I love y'all to pieces. Happy Feminine Friday. And self-care is the key fundamental of every single relationship because you set the tone of how people treat you by the way you treat yourself, and you should treat yourself exceptionally well. Click the link in the bio to subscribe to my YouTube channel and all that other great stuff. Thank you for these gifts. Thank you for your time. Peace, y'all.